How is Tesena Labs an advantage for clients?
Tesena Labs started because as we were growing really fast, we started really focus on internal problems. Yeah, we got new people joining, how to organize everything and so forth. And we sort of lost focus or view on the external world. And after a couple of years of focusing on trying to build a company and processes and organize it, we suddenly realized that the testing world had changed around us and we hadn't been paying attention. So that was the first impulse into what started at that point started in today's Tesena Labs. So it was a way to force us to actually look externally and to see what's happening in the world around us. So we were trying to at that point a little bit catch up with what's happening. But that over time has developed and we've added more and more ideas into it. So okay, we started making webinars for clients, yeah, and we added that into Tesena Labs. So we look into something in Tesena Labs, we do some sort of research, we start to play around with tools, we play around with ideas, and at the end of it, we've learned something, and we do a webinar and we present what we've learned to customers. So that became part of Tesena Labs, and now we're actually playing with the idea of like, okay, so if we're actually making presentations of what we learned for our clients, then maybe we can also involve the clients into Tesena Labs. Another thing, and another idea we're coming along is actually to make Tesena Labs part of our everyday, let's say, professional development. So if people come along with an idea, they'd like to look at something, they'd like to learn something, well, maybe they can actually do that with it as part of Tesena Labs too. So we actually, as we go along, we're building it up into a bigger and bigger idea and a bigger concept. So Tesena Labs, I think, is really exciting for Tesena and for me. Yeah, so I really like being involved in Tesena Labs. I don't do anything exciting like any research, but at least try and support the team as they're working in Tesena Labs.
I think Tesena Labs is a unique opportunity for all our customers and potential customers to try new, maybe innovative ideas before they scale them up or roll out them across the entire companies. And that's also a good opportunity for them to really try these ideas even they are not sure whether it will work for them in small scale before they will spend too much time, effort and money.
How is Tesena Labs an advantage for Tesena employees?
It's got a number of advantages, I think, because first of all, they have to go out and work on projects. Yeah? Tesena wouldn't survive if we didn't get revenues from clients for the work we do for them. And on those projects, you don't always get to do what you would like to do. Yeah, so if you want a project, and okay, it's hopefully an interesting project, it's a good project, you're enjoying it, but there's something you'd like to work on, and you just really don't have the way of working on it. You don't have the time. Maybe the client doesn't support you working on something else at the same time. Well, Tesena Labs would actually give the opportunity to go away outside of that project for a few hours a week and actually work on something you're actually interested in. Second of all, we're a distributed company. I mean, these days we talk about remote work, but we've always had people based on various projects and they didn't really have a chance to work together too much. So Tesena Labs is also an opportunity for people to actually work together. People from Tesena can actually come together and work together on an idea, which is really fantastic. We start building up some social capital, which is very important in a company, that people know each other and work with each other. And I think finally it gives us a chance, because we all say that we're here to change the testing world. And I think Tesena Labs gives everybody an opportunity maybe to take an idea and see if they can't change the testing world. And so that could be quite exciting. And we actually have a few ideas coming along which look like they might change the testing world. So I think that's very exciting for our staff to be involved in.
I think all the colleagues, including myself, have a chance to deal with the topics they never deal before. They could experiment and play with the tools and methodologies and approaches in testing, which could heavily contribute in efficiency in the future and help us build a better testing.
I think the biggest purpose for Tesena is that we are moving forward together. We are still keep in touch with latest trends in testing, and we can reuse this know-how, this knowledge in clients' projects.
What are you working on within Tesena Labs?
I participate in 2 projects. First one is autonomous testing. There is the owner Marco Veselka, and the second one is related to performance testing, and the owner here is Viktor Terínek.
The initiative in Tesena Labs is called Voice Bots and AI-powered software. The objective is to find ways how to test the set software and how to add the most value to projects which are focusing on or delivering those types of software in a manner that we wouldn't collide with roles and responsibilities of other teams, as developers and business owners and users and such.
What does autonomous testing actually mean?
Well, it's a really good question. I think that nobody knows really yet. We are trying to define it for ourselves basically, and our goal in Marcel Veselka's word is we are trying to define it for ourselves basically, and what we are trying to do actually is create a Roomba for automatization. And the point of this is that in cars nowadays there are multiple assistants which trying to help drivers with some actions. For example, it used to be absolutely common that I need to take patient to the car in front of me, and nowadays it's not that strong a rule. I can take it on the car. If I have the car, of course it functions that way, but we would like to create these assistants also for automatization of test. There are too many manual activities related to the scripting, preparing data, and many other activities, and we would like to get rid of most of them.
What is VoiceBot and AI-powered software?
VoiceBot, if you know Alexa, if you know Google Assistant, you already know what a VoiceBot is. It's a box or a type of software which takes in your natural voice and answers you back in natural voice.
What was your start at Tesena Labs?
So I think my first activities in Tesena Labs were in the beginning of the year 2020 when it was called PDP. And I think the biggest outcome of my Tesena Labs activities was the interactive workshop Create Project in Postman Step by Step, which I have prepared with my colleague Eva. We started to work on this topic in the end of 2020, and during the year 2021 we have made I think around 9 or 10 iterations of this workshop, and it has attended I think around 100 people, and its success really surprised us because we have got so many positive feedbacks, and also we have participated on the conference Tesena Fest and also on Vienna event Testbusters.
Where have you moved since?
The most of the year 2021 I was focused on the workshop which I was talking about before, and in the beginning of this year of 2022 I was given the opportunity to create one new team in Tesena Labs, and with this team we will focus on the topic of integration testing, and I really look forward to this because I think it will be for me such a great experience to have some responsibility for the team and its results.